These recent Terra Classic updates could be catalyst events to savvy Terra LUNC CLASSIC and having to see explosive growth going back in the direction of some new high levels. Presently we should discuss what's going on with the work of art and why this is no joking matter. As a matter of some importance, on Dread Station or on Station, you all can see the move up to Form 2.1.0. This is fundamentally going into equality. Why is this truly decent? This thing's passing 99.5%, casting a ballot indeed, and this is finishing. It's 17 hours, which is truly extraordinary news in light of the fact that soon after that we can hope to see the redesign really go in for equality, long burn, armed force, and of giving some more data about that. You ought to ensure following his Twitter record to keep awake to date. However, one thing he featured is that there's this clock here on marking that you guys can feel free to see. We will change to dim mode since white is excessively splendid for us here. So we're feeling free to investigate stake and you all can see this update. It will stop. It's essential to take note of that fundamentally the Terra Classic organization will stop. You won't have the option to really communicate with the Terra Classic organization when the overhaul comes full circle. It will 2 or 3 hours MO expect being down for a day is going. That way perhaps in the event that it goes somewhat longer you don't need to blow a gasket. In the event that it go more limited, perhaps it's just 60 minutes. Extraordinary, that is amazing. In any case, simply be ready. This perhaps will take somewhat longer since this requires a lot of other validators to really refresh and it approves. Experience difficulty, validators perhaps are inaccessible at that point. There can be issues. We've witnessed that in the past previously, so expect the preliminary class organization to go down the present moment, at the hour of recording in equity around 2 days. You all can feel free to look at this clock too. You simply go to Landworks of Art, Sabin Dab IO cut land cut apparatuses. You guys can see this commencement clock to while they will do the redesign. Also, once more, only be ready for the organization to go down. In any case, why this is nothing to joke about, since equality will open up a ton of chances. Or on the other hand Terra Classic, this will fundamentally permit us to get various utilities from various biological systems to come into the Terra Classic environment. This will give such countless new open doors on the grounds that fundamentally the intriguing thing about the universe biological system, they can imagine it like a Swiss Armed Force blade for designers. You have a fundamental arrangement of instruments or Swiss Armed Force blade that engineers can utilize. Presently Diary LUNC CLASSIC, we have a few exceptional highlights like our burn charge for instance, which designers would need to represent in their code. However, a ton of designers, they feel free to take their straightforward Swiss Armed Force blade that they use to fabricate their fundamental code set and they duplicate over by far most of their code set. Perhaps they simply need a couple little changes they need like one new device to adapt to the burn charge. It's tiny work contrasted with, for instance, altogether modifying something. Starting from the earliest stage, they can simply make a few little changes and most of their code would be usable between LUNC CLASSIC and a portion of these different organizations. This is no joking matter since currently Terra Classic we have only 2 or 3 utilities that are truly supporting the different Terra Classic burns. Be that as it may, this would open up the channel class environment to such countless more open doors for the 2 burns and simply esteem in our biological system in light of the fact that something major that we should look for is changed exchanges occurring on the blockchain. Many individuals to communicate with the blockchain, many individuals to think often about Terra Classic once more, in view obviously the Terra Classic people group is committed. The Terra Classic local area thinks often about the eventual fate of general work of art. However, there's a many individuals out there that actually recollect us from the incredible accident and they believe what will occur with 2 LUNC CLASSIC. For what reason does this thing have esteem? For what reason would it be a good idea for them to mind? Indeed, we ought to show them. We could show them. This moment, for instance, we're at $500 million market cap. We're a best 100 digital currency for Terra Classic. We are not dead. We're not gone. Yet, they're actually going to take a gander at this and go, alright, it's down a ton from where it used to be. Perhaps there's not a lot of significant worth going into the environment. This will be their viewpoint since they will see you have a couple various utilities, a couple NFT projects, yet there's not much of advancement here contrasted with a portion of the biological systems. When we can really accomplish equality, that will soar how much improvement valuable open doors for Terra Classic. You can likewise see another incredible news, Terra Classic on stake, and you all could see right above me here the quantity of dork stake just handled 1,200,000,000 classes. This has been an achievement we've been attempting to achieve for a long while. We at long last hit it. We at long last hit 1 trillion all-out LUNC CLASSIC stake. Individuals are marking their Terra Classic. They clearly have a lock-up. Be that as it may, they can't feel free to sell their Terra Classic. So there's most certainly a many individuals that are out there trusting in the Terra Classic environment, able to stake their digital forms of money, not have the option to sell their digital forms of money since they trust rather later on worth of complete work of art if individuals or for instance anticipating that equality should cause a siphon and dump situation, they would be unstacking. We're not seeing that. We're really seeing the quantity of LUNC states go up each and every day nearly. As that is truly uplifting news since that implies generally individuals are expecting equality will be the primary achievement towards a bigger tune of LUNC CLASSIC cost development. With this major timeless LUNC CLASSIC update, we can anticipate that a couple of different things should occur here on June 14th, again coming up here in just shy of 2 days. We could hope to witness a WASM update too and the 5% least validator commission become real. This has been something that has been forthcoming I accept 2 or 3 months right now where individuals passed a proposition, the local area passed a proposition where then we would have a 5% least validator commission that would dispense with a portion of the 0% commission validators who were running confused persistently and essentially attempting to push out rivalry. By being a misfortune chief, rather we will do here is force individuals to take some cash for the validator. They could do anything they desire with that cash. They could pay for their validator charges. They could burn Terra Classic with the charges, anything they desire to do with that 5% least or higher. They could go higher obviously, yet that will drive individuals to essentially go into a 5% territory, which is great to know since that will help the drawn-out maintainability of terminal work of art, which for instance 10 or 20 different validators, we need to have a lot of various validators. That way our organization is decentralized however much as could be expected. Clearly we have several significant validators with a ton of control, but since we could attempt to decentralize our environment to an ever-increasing extent, that is certainly gainful for all Terra Classic holders. Presently one more significant piece of information for Terra Classic, the L1 Team Quarter 3 proposition, depends on be audited by lengthy burn armed force. A couple fascinating things to take note of that wasn't thing that they believe should do is center around improvement methodologies for decreasing the stock of Terra Classic and USTC. They're needing to begin zeroing shortly more on USC and the capability of bringing that back into our biological system or I ought to say re-establishing USC to its previous magnificence. Inside our environment, clearly USC has been having a difficult situation as of late. You had the profound stake, the worth has been low. Individuals have considering is the fate of USTC? Indeed, they will not. Teams wanting to work with various trades, work for certain various individuals who set forward recommendations for USC and see what they can really achieve similar to carrying worth to USC, in light of the fact that definitely what that will truly do is carry worth to Terra Classic environment. Many individuals would truly prefer not to cooperate in that frame of mind there's not a steady coin or there's not a steady store of worth of some sort. Thanks for watching guys, see you in the next one.